And it came to pass, when men began to multiply upon the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them. In those days the earth was full of people. Families grew. Children were born. Cities became strong. Music filled the streets. There was laughter everywhere, but beneath the joy, something was changing. In their houses, they feasted without restraint. They drank. They celebrated. They spoke proudly. They did not think about tomorrow. They did not think about God. And when the earth was full, and the daughters of men were beautiful, the sons of God looked down from the heavens. The sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair and beautiful. They left their dwelling, and came down among men. They were not like other men. Their beauty was striking. Their presence was commanding. And the daughters of men noticed. And they took wives of all which they chose, not with fear, not with restraint, but with desire. And there were giants in the earth in those days, men of renown, men of strength, but not men of righteousness. Violence no longer shocked them, it had become ordinary. Anger rose quickly, and mercy grew scarce. The next generation was not taught peace, they were trained for dominance. Childhood shortened, hardness matured early. Greed moved swiftly, compassion moved slowly. Each man looked to his own gain, even at another's cost. Justice was weighed, and found wanting. Truth was bent quietly, and no one protested. And God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. In a world growing louder with corruption, there was a man who still listened. Noah walked with God. He was a husband, faithful and steady, a man of quiet strength, blameless in his generation. He was a father, and he taught his sons not only how to work the land, but how to guard the heart. Noah was a just man, perfect in his generations, and Noah walked with God. And God looked upon the earth, and behold, it was corrupt, for all flesh had corrupted its way. But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. Then God said to Noah,
Noah, the end of all flesh has come before me, for the earth is filled with violence through them. I will destroy them with the earth, for their hearts have turned continually toward evil.
What must I do, Lord?
Make thee an ark.
The length of the ark shall be 300 cubits, the breadth of it 50 cubits, and the height of it 30 cubits. A window shalt thou make to the ark, and in a cubit shalt thou finish it above. And the door of the ark shalt thou set in the side thereof. With lower, second, and third stories shalt thou make it. And behold, I, even I, do bring a flood of waters upon the earth, but with thee will I establish my covenant. Thou shalt come into the ark, thou, and thy sons, and thy wife, and thy sons' wives with thee.
As you command, Lord, so shall I do.
And Noah did according unto all that God commanded him. So did he. Day after day, the ark began to rise. Not for days, not for months, but for years, faith labored in silence. Faith will always look foolish to those who refuse to see.
Old man, building a boat where there is no sea.
Where is this flood you speak of? The sky is clear!
He endured ridicule, not with anger, but with patience. A preacher of righteousness, in a generation that preferred its own way.
Turn from violence. The Lord is merciful, but his patience is not endless.
Years passed. Mockery faded into routine. The ark stood, not as madness, but as warning. After many years, the work was finished. What had been mocked as madness, now stood as testimony. Then God said to Noah,
"Come thou and all thy house into the ark. For thee have I seen righteous before me in this generation. Of every living thing, 2 of every sort shalt thou bring into the ark."
The time had come, the warning was no longer distant. Not by human command, but by divine design. Creation began to gather. From the smallest bird to the greatest beast, the Creator called, and creation answered. Then the animals came. They came in pairs, 2 by 2. They walked from the land, straight into the ark. Then it was time for Noah and his family. Noah, his wife, his sons, and their wives, went into the ark. They carried everything they would need. Inside the ark, there was room for everything. Food was stored. Animals were safe. The ark was ready. Then the door of the ark was shut. The time to enter was over. Then the rain began. At first, it was only a few drops. But the rain did not stop. The storm grew stronger.
To the shelters, hurry! The tents are tearing!
Soon people were afraid. The rain would not stop. The storm became very strong. The city could not stand against it. Now the people were afraid. Now they remembered Noah's warning, but it was too late. The waters rose higher and higher. Soon the land was covered. But the ark was safe. The water lifted it up, and it floated above the flood. Inside the ark, Noah and his family waited. The storm outside was strong. The ark moved on the water, and everyone felt afraid. The animals were restless too. The ark moved up and down on the water. Noah's family worked hard to keep the animals calm. Noah and his family prayed together. They trusted God to protect them, even in the storm. Days passed, the rain continued, but inside the ark there was peace. Noah and his family waited. The rain did not stop, the water kept rising higher and higher. The water covered the earth, even the mountains were hidden under the flood, only the ark remained above the waters. At last, the rain stopped, the storm was over, the ark floated quietly on the water. Noah and his family waited inside the ark, the water was still everywhere. Noah sent out a raven, the bird flew over the waters, it kept flying and did not return to Noah. Then Noah sent out a dove, the dove flew over the waters, looking for dry land, but it found nowhere to rest, so it came back to Noah. Noah waited after 7 days and he sent out the dove again, then this time. The dove returned with a green leaf. Noah knew the waters were going down. Noah waits yet another 7 days and sent the dove out again, and this time, it does not return. Although the dove did not return after the 7-day wait, Noah did not leave the ark immediately. He waited until the 27th day of the 2nd month of his 601st year, when God commanded them to leave the ark. God told Noah it was time to leave the ark, the earth was ready again. The earth was new again, life began again. Noah thanked God for saving them.
We give thanks to you, O Lord, for your mercy and this new beginning.
God placed a rainbow in the sky. It was a promise. The world would never again be destroyed by a flood. God blessed Noah and his family. From them, the earth would be filled again.
If this story blessed you, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss the next episode.